right, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome
Hello.
in on this Friday. Whew.
Got three very different outfits on.
We made it.
Football jersey, a suit, and then a T-shirt.
Yeah, and we
We've all
got
had
the
three
range.
very different days today so far.
I did have my football jersey on. I mean, I had a quick
Yeah.
change earlier.
It was a good day though.
It was a good day.
Busy day.
Yeah.
but good
Laurel and I
day.
had it. We were thrown against each other today.
Yeah.
For the Football Friday
I
Blitz.
couldn't catch it this morning. So what do you mean you thrown in? Oh, you were in two different places though.
Yeah.
We were.
So actually,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a second, but I do actually want to throw it off as we are seeing some people coming on in. Happy Friday, everybody. Let us know where you're watching from and also answer our question of the day today. This one's a good one. I'm excited about this one because we are talking all about football. That kind of explains my jersey a little bit. Write your answer in the comments. What is your team? I'm talking high school. I'm talking college, NFL, all three. Write it in. Let us
Yep.
know. And we will reveal our answers and take a look at comments because we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube today. And yeah, we're just going to have fun. We're talking about football because, of course, UCF plays. Lots of high school games tonight and tomorrow. Of course, Sunday and Monday, NFL. So big football. What are we in now? Week 3?
It's hard to believe it'll be
Week
week 3.
Jeez, crazy. Flying
Dolphins had a tough loss last night against the Bills. I saw a interesting stat. 0-3 teams. There's been one team,
Yeah.
I think maybe in the
I think it's
history
more
of
than one.
apparent one team that's made it to the playoffs with an 0-3 start.
Really, only
Whoa.
one.
Apparently, it was the 2018 Texans. I mean, that was on ESPN. I don't know, but I saw it. I saw it on an ESPN push the other day, and I was like, "That is interesting." So a lot of 0-3 teams could be struggling to get to
Did you
the
see the Orioles
postseason.
game last night?
I had a feeling you were going to bring that up. Yep, the O's might not even make it to 500. So I'm already looking forward to next. I'm already looking forward to next year.
Well, back onto football because, again,
And Laurel's team, the Patriots, are okay.
we'll get back to that. We will get back to that. Anyway, so we've had kind of a couple of different days. TJ and I had a very busy morning, and we were at Friday Football Blitz at 2 different high schools this morning that are facing off for our game of the week today.
Yes, I was at Mount Dora High, and you were at South Lake High.
Yes,
right?
I was. So here's a couple of pictures from that earlier on today. TJ, how was Mount Dora this morning?
Mount Dora, the kids were great. It's so funny because for all of us growing up in the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, most schools didn't have outdoor corridors. I loved that. This felt like almost like a college campus. I feel like I could have just enjoyed being there. And it's cool because it was surrounded by homes. Most schools
Yes.
aren't like, they're out away from a neighborhood. This was I feel like the fabric of Mount Dora, the fabric of the community, which really shone through in their students, in the teaching, the staff. It was great.
Yeah, and you were put up in a little stunt there.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at you, cheerleader.
Do you know who put me up to it? Was meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
No
Jess
way.
said, I think TJ would be a great cheerleader.
I agree.
And I'd like to see him. So,
Did you flip off of them?
oh
Flip
no,
off?
no,
Oh,
I
you
almost
could've
fell.
jumped
I almost
up.
fell down.
Oh no! Oh no!
They caught me though. Yeah. So it was definitely. It was really, really cool to be up there, but I have a whole newfound respect. I already had a lot of respect for cheer, but now I have an even greater respect for cheer. Just doing that one thing, Laurel, you can probably weigh in on. I don't even know what that's called. What is that called? Do you know?
That's a stunt is what you just did right there.
Okay.
And earlier on today, of course, this video will not play. This is all the students that came out today. We're talking all varsity players, all students. Like, this was a party. This was not a high school at this point. This was a whole party. And I just want to draw a little bit of attention to the signs that are there. These signs were awesome. So, TJ, the mascot for Mount Dora is the Hurricanes.
Yes.
And the school that I was at, South Lake High School, again, you guys were fantastic. Thank you so much for all your energy this morning. It was a total party because one of the signs in there, hurricane more like tropical storm. Like, these guys were talking a little bit of smack, too.
The one that was hanging up above the courtyard at Mount Dora was, we're going to clip the wings of the eagle or something like that. So definitely some really, but I love that all the students had signs because that was the only sign I saw. So for them to bring out all the signs, that's awesome.
Yeah, we started outside in the courtyard and then quite literally they had a full-on party glow party. They had glow in the dark stuff, lasers everywhere
that's
in the
awesome.
gymnasium. So again, this was so much fun this morning. Hey, there's that little video playing right there. And it was just so much fun. Again, it was a whole party that was happening this morning here at South Lake. So thank you guys again for all the fun times.
Yes.
So rest of the evening, it's going to be beautiful. So any high school football games look good to go. And we'll give you a little bit more of a specific forecast when we reveal our answers of what our football team is. So again, if you haven't answered our question of the day, definitely let us know. But for the rest of the evening, things are looking beautiful. So if you do have any other plans later on tonight to kick off the weekend, I feel like we've been crawling to the weekend on this one. This was a long week, and we're going to be seeing a nice evening for that. But taking a look outside, we're not really seeing anything on the radar.
No, I feel like it's been yesterday. It won't shock either of you that I went down to Epcot for just a brief moment in time. But
Really?
No, I. There
I'm
was
jealous you get to go. I need to go more.
It's fun.
I live vicariously through
Annual
you, so
pass.
I need to get down.
But I'm living.
Yeah.
But now you're getting out and about more, and I'm living
Yeah.
vicariously through you with some of your fun adventures.
Well,
that
it
you
must have been nice this morning, though, or when you were there. I mean,
It was yesterday.
The other day.
There was one little shower, but that storm on we were there
That's right, I saw your
Tuesday.
picture.
That was probably the meanest.
really.
So it flooded. We saw the flooding we've never seen
Yeah.
the flooding at the theme parks, guys. It was a deluge. So thankfully that's not the case for the most part today.
Yeah. So we're going to continue to see maybe a couple of scattered showers trying to make their way into Cocoa Beach, Palm Bay area, but very quick splash dash storms getting in, getting out of here pretty quickly. But I do want to also bring up, because TJ, you were in this neck of the woods earlier on today, the Mount Dora area. It's beautiful out there.
It's so pretty. It feels like another state. It does not feel like Florida. Every time we drive down the McCarver Parkway, heading into Lake County, I love it so much. It feels like, to me, it feels like the Mid-Atlantic or the Northeast. There's more hills, and it's so pretty.
I love it. We're also taking another look at this is iDrive. Again, it's beautiful out there today.
It's great.
Absolutely stunning. And again, we're going to be continuing to focus on a couple stories coming out of Epic Universe earlier on. But we
Yes,
are.
that story.
Yes. So again, if you are just joining us, here's our question of the day today is what is your football team? We'll reveal ours a little bit later on in the show because I'm excited. I know TJ's NFL team. I know Noah's college team. I don't think I know Noah's NFL team.
I do know
for
that
sure.
one.
And
I can say that one for sure.
TJ and I actually have a pretty funny story that we'll reveal a little bit later on today. But
Yes.
something that's also coming up in our next block is that we're actually going to be talking with the hurricane hunters. I talked to them
great.
yesterday as we're doing a tropics check. Tropics really starting to wake up. So we're going to be talking to them coming up in just a few minutes. But any plans for the weekend, boys? Anything?
Aside from watching football, I mean, probably not much right now. I have nothing on the dock. Where's the Johnny?
Our producer Johnny over here
Where's-
is going to the UCF game with Noah tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out there live. You'll be hanging out with us live during Good Day Orlando tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna be there too?
Well, I mean, I'll be here, but
you're gonna go
I'll
after. Oh.
I mean, I'll be hanging out with you
You
in
should come
spirit.
down after.
I probably could. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine. I could. I have not been to a UCF game yet. Maybe I can.
I have not been to a UCF
Yeah, the
game.
tickets have come down in price.
Have they? I imagine they're pretty steep. Huh? How much?
Less than 30.
Ooh,
Less than 30. I think it's
less
less
than
than
30
100.
Get
bucks.
in the
Less
price
than
for
130.
You can get in for the low price of a hot dog and a beer.
Now that I can.
Sign me up for a hot
That
dog.
I can do. I'll take a hot dog and a beer. I'm ready. That sounds like good football.
For sure. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk tropics. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so we have actually a comment on our YouTube page. This is from Andy Polo. You want to take it away?
Hi, Andy. Andy's one of our faithful viewers. He usually pops on during our weekend chat, which is great. But he says he's flying in 4 days. I believe Andy told me that he has done Halloween Horror Nights the last 5 seasons. I think Andy's now switching. He's going to Hallow Scream on this visit
Exciting.
to Orlando. So
well, enjoy your trip. That's exciting. Coming up in 4 days.
yeah, have a great. Hopefully the weather will be good. I mean, right now it's not looking too out of the ordinary for this time of the year.
No.
Still some afternoon storms, things of that nature, Andy. But we will keep you ahead of all that.
Yes, absolutely. So one thing that we are also going to be focusing on, guys, it is still hurricane season. But
Yes.
again, just a quick reminder, if you have not also wrote in your answer for our question of the day, we're talking American football, so Andy, heads up for that. What is your team? We're talking high school, we're talking college, we are talking NFL. But again, guys, it is still hurricane season, so let's actually take a quick check on the tropics. Gabrielle has gotten its act together. Yesterday was struggling hard. So we're going to continue to monitor that through the next couple of days, starting to kind of get a little bit out of that high shear area, and it's going to continue to kind of pick up a little bit more. Because as for the latest 11 a.m. update, right now it's holding 50-mile-per-hour winds. It's expected to continue to strengthen a little bit more, possibly looking at a Category 1 storm by Sunday morning. So TJ, heads up for that. And then possibly even strengthening up to a Category 2 storm as it's moving further away from Bermuda. So good news right there. But we're going to continue to watch this because it does look like there's going to be a little bit of a stalling thing happening on Sunday. So stuff to watch for sure.
Yeah, and thankfully this one with the steering is going to stay clear of the U.S. mainland, which is good news. There was worry about Bermuda, so this definitely could have been worse, but thankfully that is not the case, which we will gladly take.
Yes, and of course, we're still going to be watching hurricane season very closely. We'll talk about more about the tropics in a second, but as the tropics are continuing to wake up, hurricane hunters, they're busy, and I got the chance to talk to them yesterday. Let's take a look at what they had to say. Hey, everybody, we are here with Flight Director Sophia Del Solo with the Hurricane Hunters. Sophia, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. We're getting geared up and waiting to see where we deploy for this next coming storm.
Yeah, especially we're going to be watching the tropics pretty closely, and this is about the time, especially last year, where we saw things really start to spark up. Right now we're watching Tropical Storm Gabrielle, which is expected to increase into a hurricane, but also we're watching a couple of systems behind Gabrielle as well, and this is also the time of year where we see the Central American gyre really start to pick things up as well, which could lead to some activity in the Gulf. How is the Hurricane Hunters expecting for the rest of the season?
Yeah, we're ready to fly whenever we're needed. Last year we saw somewhat similar season as we are this year, in the sense that it's been kind of quiet in the main part of the season. So we're ready, just as we were last year, to fly when needed, just as Milton and Helene did late in the season last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you're right. We saw kind of like a lull last year before things really started to pick up. And your job is extremely important, making sure all the flights are coordinated and ready to go in order to get a good investigation of these storms as they're starting to pick up. How is that data going to help protect us here in Florida through the rest of the season?
Yeah, so the data that we're collecting using our aircraft and the instrumentation on our aircraft gets input into the weather models, and it also gets sent to the National Hurricane Center. And with this data, they're able to put together a better intensity forecast and a track forecast. And then looking out in the future, the data we collect is also used for research purposes. So we get a better understanding of why storms intensify, why they are the way they are, why they strengthen, why they weaken, why they go where they go, or why maybe we're having such a quiet mid-season. So this data is critical not only for the immediate future and the immediate forecast, but for forecasts down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is right about the time where we did see things really start to pick up this time last year. Not only did we see a couple of storms basically make their way entirely across the Atlantic last year, but we also saw some storms have a little bit of crazy activity with Milton and Helene both very much forming very quickly in the Gulf and with that rapid intensification. How can the data that you're collecting, especially in the ocean, kind of help out with that possibility of seeing another storm like that?
Yeah, these storms, as you mentioned, especially later in the season, they tend to spin up pretty quickly in that Gulf of Mexico area. So this data that we collect helps increase the lead time, allowing for people on land to evacuate and make their evacuation plans earlier, and ultimately, saving life and property.
And luckily for us here in Florida, we're not expecting anything, at least through the immediate future. But yes, that activity is starting to brew. What's the best piece of advice that you could give our viewers in order to help prepare or just stay informed?
Yeah, so be ready before you have to be ready, right? Have your plan set now. So when it's time to actually execute your plan, you have everything set in place. And also just, make sure that your sources are credible. National Hurricane Center is a good place for your hurricane forecasts.
All right. Thank you again so much. Sophia DeSolo here with us, flight director for the Hurricane Hunters. Again, Sophia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was an awesome conversation that we had. But again, focusing in on the tropics, we are keeping an eye on Gabrielle. That's expected to really strengthen up to a Category 2 storm later on this weekend and start of next week. And kind of the reason why we're seeing this keep away from the U.S. So thank goodness for that. We kind of see the jet stream in control of this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bermuda High, and this has been the case, I feel like, so much of the season where you've had this big trough in the east, and it's kept things kind of close for business, so to speak, at least over the eastern third of the nation.
I am okay with that, personally.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's been an odd season. You have to admit, it's been really odd, no?
Almost
really
oddly
odd.
quiet for now, but oh shoot, knock on wood. That was what that was supposed to be. We are definitely almost keeping our guard up a little bit of why it's been so quiet.
I feel like there's been a lot of dusty, dry air. I don't know if that's just, more heat over there in Africa, drier than normal conditions out there, that's keeping more dust in the Atlantic at times. It's interesting.
I saw a chart actually the other day that the dust was actually below average this summer.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, averaged for the whole summer.
For the whole summer.
There were bursts that were like wildly significant.
Yeah.
Averaged for the whole year so far. I think I saw it's actually below
It's
average.
been a little below normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Maybe it's just the
interesting.
timing of everything that's kept,
But I've seen some talk of that the atmosphere's just been too stable over the tropics.
Okay.
too.
Okay.
It seems like it's a variety of things, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be like a
definitely.
bunch of things as well. Like there's been a lot of shear in the atmosphere. The ocean water has kind of warmed up and cooled down just because of basically because of Erin really starting to stir things up. So we're going to continue to watch that. But Gabrielle, again, kind of expected to move out of a high shear environment and then slowly start to pick up from there as it most likely turns into a hurricane. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and also a 20% chance of development in the future. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back, and time to take a look at our question of the day.
I love that. All right.
So, what is your?
Drum roll.
We've been talking about football pretty much all day. So, what is your team?
Mm-hmm.
High school, college, NFL. Let's talk about it. So, we'll start with TJ over here, actually, and then we'll take a look at our Facebook comments. So, if you haven't written in yet, definitely do so.
Yeah, please write in. So being from Maryland, I am a big Baltimore Ravens fan. I picked myself up after the first game of the season, after the Bills game. But excited for the Lions, and we'll see what they can do on Monday Night Football.
Okay, I'm going to circle back to
In
you
Baltimore.
on college.
Okay.
And I already know your answer to this. College football?
We are.
Penn State. There we go. And I don't know if I actually know this. What is your NFL team
You
of
know what
choice?
it is.
Do I?
It's not New England.
Oh,
so-
Giants.
Yeah.
There we go. That's mine. So I'm a New England Pat fan through and through.
Mm-hmm.
On the side of New England, it's Connecticut is sliced in half. You're either a Pats fan or you're a Giants or Jets fan.
That's so funny. I didn't.
And there's a very sharp line where it's
Yes.
your Sox and your Pats or your.
There's a little bit of that with the Commanders in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
really,
that's true.
With just the way the
Yeah.
state, 'cause it's I'm sure it doesn't. It's not just you get out of the district and you're like, oh, I'm a Ravens fan now.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of the same way.
Very true. And so we really don't have a college team because if y'all didn't know, TJ and I actually went to the same school.
We did.
Yeah, which is exciting.
It's so
And
great. Yeah.
What's their mascot again?
The
Marauders.
The Millersville
Land
Marauders.
Pirates.
Yes.
Is that what I actually didn't know that.
Isn't that funny?
And they weren't very good.
They were
so
not.
we didn't necessarily get like the full college football theme, but I started really getting into college football when I moved to Johnson City, Tennessee. So I think I'm a Vols fan by default.
Okay.
They kind of got me into college football first. So
I love that.
I'll
Old
give
Rocky
them the
Top.
credit. Old Rocky Top, Dixie Delight Delight. That's our song, baby.
Martha says that she's an Eagles fan
Ooh.
and Mississippi State and Ole Miss. College SEC, Mississippi State and Ole Miss. Yep.
Good choices.
So we love that.
Anybody else writing in on Facebook?
No one right now. No.
We're seeing Andy writing in on our YouTube page. Yes, our weather is pretty wild compared to UK weather in the autumn climate, which is pretty fun. And also, speaking of fall, first day is on Monday.
That's
Isn't
crazy.
that wild?
First day is on Monday.
It's
And
actually
also,
crazy.
you kind of know when
Yes.
fall's right around the corner, when football is in full swing. So for our weekly game tonight, South Lake at Mount Dora tonight, things are looking beautiful. I can't say anything more than that. It's absolutely stunning out there. But Noah, you're going to be at the UCF game tomorrow. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it should be good in the morning. We'll have some live coverage, I think, during the 9 o'clock hour. But the game doesn't start till 3:30. But I'm sure given the opponent and the certain coach that's coming and UCF being undefeated, I feel like it's going to be a really good crowd and early tailgaters. So if you're tailgating, it should be great weather, no?
I agree.
I remember last year, the big game, we had Big Noon Kickoff. I'm going to ask our producer, Johnny. It was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when Colorado came, it downpoured
We got
before.
four.
It
Yes.
was so humid and uncomfortable. This year, I don't think it'll be anything like that for the big game of the year.
Maybe a sprinkler too, but I don't even think it's going to be that.
Well,
It's
I mean,
partly
like
cloudy.
today,
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, today, how many showers were there today? 2?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's not much out there. No.
No, and pretty much same story tomorrow. Beautiful sunshine, couple of clouds here and there. Here are your forecast highs tomorrow. So if you are heading to the bounce house, expect temperatures lingering throughout the upper 80s and low 90s. Lots of sunshine, and that sunshine going to be pretty strong as well. So just make sure you are taking it easy out there. And also, yes, wearing that sunscreen for sure. I think I even got a little burnt this morning.
I think all the kids were comparing their tans out there. They were out there we got there around 7 o'clock and they were out there until almost 11. So everyone was like,
Wow.
wow, look at the sun we got.
But yeah, you can see a couple of scattered showers, maybe making their way onto Brevard County coastlines. A little bit breezy along the coast, but other than that, it's beautiful. A couple of very scattered showers here and there, but nothing too big on Saturday or on Sunday either.
No, I feel like if this was a vacation week for anyone, I feel like it's been pretty good. It started off so comfy and despite being a little more
Very
humid.
different than last year.
Yes.
Oh my
Look at
gosh.
last year, I think, because 1 year ago right now, the first blob for Helene had just been issued. But the rain in Tampa and Orlando, I think last year in Tampa at this time, the rain was like 23 inches more than it was this year.
Wow.
In Orlando, it was like a foot because of Debbie. Remember we had
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, so a year ago right now is very different than this.
I agree.
We have
And
places that are still really kind of dry even despite the rain. It didn't rain everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like, and it's crazy because we were in such a bad drought earlier heading into the rainy season. So
Yeah.
I feel like we had a lot to chip away at.
Yes, but speaking of rainy season, it's coming to an end pretty
Sooner
soon.
than later.
Pretty soon. We're still going to be seeing some scattered showers here and there. It's not over yet, but it is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel because I feel like when we get hard hit with those storms, we get drenched.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So rain chances over the next couple of days. Nothing crazy, no like complete washout days, but we're slowly going to start to see those rain chances kind of like pick up a little bit, die down a little bit, pick up a little bit, die down, and kind of slowly start to see those rain chances come a little bit lower as we head into start of October. And of course, yeah, we're going to need to watch out for hurricanes on that one.
Definitely.
It's nice to see 20% and 30% rain chances on our 7-day.
Yes.
It's always nice if we can have that still in the rainy season.
I absolutely agree. So besides football, I know both of you are going to be planning that. Any other plans for your weekend?
Nothing really crazy. I feel like this is a weekend where we really don't have a lot going on, which is kind of nice to say for once.
Oof.
Yeah. I know,
Yeah.
Sometimes doing nothing is the best thing.
Yes. I feel like here, though, there's so much to do. I need to kind of tell myself, you need a day, just rest.
I think you guys will laugh at this. Not this past week, but the week prior, I think was the first week since I've lived here that I didn't like go anywhere on my days off. that
I was
wasn't
going to say
running
that as a
somewhere.
joke.
Yeah. It's taken a whole year where I've, but excuse me, I feel like when I sit at home, I feel like I need to be doing. So it's weird.
Yeah.
I think I just run myself ragged sometimes, but it's a good
I
thing.
get what you're saying. 'Cause I'm like you. Like I just can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Some people that's what they enjoy.
Just to relax, and
Well,
it's
doing
good
nothing.
to reset.
People like being busy. If they like being busy,
Yeah.
but,
Be
you know,
busy.
I can't sit. I think you were like me. I can't sit. I don't know, but I just can't sit
It's tough to sit. It is.
unless Penn State's playing. I'm not.
Or for me, the Ravens.
Ravens,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair
Maybe the
enough.
Now I will give a fair warning because I'll be working on Monday. The game will be on. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I will apologize now, but it's going to be just fine, I think.
Hey, I like the positive outlook.
Yeah.
I like that. And that's what we're going into, taking a look at this weekend. I'm excited. You guys are excited. And again, I feel like this weekend is very much deserved for all of us because, yeah, it's been a long week. And I'm excited to end it off with some football.
I love that. I can't wait. A lot of fun. A lot of good college games. And, of course, for us, UCF taking on UNC. It'll be really fun.
Woot,
Go Knights.
woot. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in on this Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy. Stay safe. And watch a football game this weekend.
We'll
Have a
see you
good-
next week.
Have a good one.